I'm going to take you to a small tour on the topics covered in Advanced Excel. So the first topic would be calculations based on conditions. So conditions may be a single condition or multiple conditions. So we will be looking at that. Then effective use of formulas so that you don't have to remember the cells in which they are contained, and effective use of repetitive data. Then how to create pivot tables and pivot charts, how to do a VLOOKUP, how to search based on index, and how to do advanced charting options. That is, basic charting options we have learned in basic Excel. Advanced charting options we will be learning now. So let's just get into the scene. So the first scene is that we have a location, we have products, and you have suppliers, you have the date on which the sales was done, the price, the quantity, and the sales. So our basic interest would be that we would like to calculate the total sales. So total sales we have already seen in our basic that we have it calculates and how to do the calculation. But supposing we are interested in only the sales of a particular city, then how do we go about that? That is what we are trying to do here. So we have selected a city, Chennai, over here, and we are getting the total sales and the number of days, times Chennai has done sales. Okay, so in case we change the city from here, you can see it will show you the total sales of Mumbai and the number of times Mumbai has done sales. So this is when you have a single condition, and if you have multiple conditions, like we have Mumbai and we have the chairs. So the number of sales done by Mumbai for chairs, the total sales done by Mumbai for chairs, the least sales done by Mumbai for chairs, the maximum sales, the average sales, all this will get automatically calculated. So if I am going to change the product, or automatically my labels and the contents will calculations will change. So I can change it to storage and I can see this. So these type of calculations we will be teaching in that. The next thing that we would be teaching is, supposing you are having the total sales on some other sheet, like we have it in the previous sheet, and you want to do calculations. Every time you need to go back to that sheet and say that you have to take the data from that sheet, or you need to remember the cell addresses so that you can make use of that. So here we are going to teach you how to do it without the cell addresses. So if I am going to change here to chess, it is going to change. So let us take a typical example here. I will go back to the sheet and I will make the changes for chairs. I will make this as 10. So I have decreased the value, and if we go back here, we can see that the value would have changed. So it is 226901 now, and if I make it back to 15, you can see here the value would have changed to 230561. So we are not talking about how to go back to that sheet and do it, so that you don't have to remember the cell addresses. The next thing we are going to discuss about is how to create a pivot table and how to create a pivot chart. So we have a pivot table here and we have a pivot chart. So how to create this? So based on location, we can select the location and automatically the chart will change based on that location. Or again, we can select all the locations, or and see it for all the locations. Or if we want a few locations, and we will get it for those locations. So how to do this type of pivot charts is another thing that we will be getting into. Then searching for information, we have seen that filters help us to search for information, but when it comes to a particular information we are searching for, then many a times we use VLOOKUP to search for information. So in that case we want a particular information, like we are searching for an item and the quantity of that item. So in such cases, then we can make use of a VLOOKUP function. When you use VLOOKUP, there are different things that could happen. We are going to look into all the scenarios and see how we can manage the scenarios to our necessity. Okay, so in VLOOKUP also we are talking about using the names that we have given instead of using the cell addresses. So the other method of searching is also called as a indexing. Using the index function we can search for the thing, and we using the index also we can make use of range names to search for information. The next topic we'll be covering is the advanced chart options. So in the advanced chart options, after the basic we have learned already how to create charts like this. So here we will be teaching you how to highlight the maximum that is there in your range, how to give it a value if you want to see the value, or we also teach a different type of chart which is called as the Gauss chart, or it's also called as the speedometer chart, and you can see it will change according to the values. So we have a budget and we have a actual value. If we are changing the actual value, then it will change according to that. This is one of the advanced chart options that we'll be teaching. Other chart option that we will be teaching you is how to create this type of chart. That is, you have a scroller here, and with the scroller you can move, and you can see that the years will change along with this. So you can see there is a change. It will show you. So the first time it shows 2016 to 2018, then it shows you 2019 to 2017, and then it shows you 2020 to 2018. So how to create a chart like this is the other options in chart options. The other topic we teach is called macros. Macros are the best way to automate any type of job. So many a times we are doing the same formatting again and again. We need to go to the home tab and then select the font that we want, the size that we want, then the color, all these things. Supposing we create a macro and we type something and we want to format it. We just need to make use of the macro and it will happen. Right? So similarly, supposing I'm creating a monthly report every time and I create a macro for it, this is how it will work. I just need to fill in the data here. So if I'm going to put in the data here, just some random data I'm filling in for now. So you can see it will automatically calculate. Right? So this type of macro creations is the next thing that we would be teaching in Advanced Excel.